Hello everyone. So today we will be solving Leetcode problem 160, that is intersection of two linked lists. So we are given the heads of two singly linked lists and we have to return the node at which the lists intersect. If the two lists do not have any kind of intersection, we have to return null. And they have also given some points, like there is intersect val, there is list A, list B, and skip A, skip B. So these are something that are not given to us as inputs. So let's see how we can do this. We will be using three ways to solve this problem. The first one would be to do a hash set. So in a hash set, what we will do is we will first iterate through our first linked list and then we will add it to our hash set. Then what we will do is we will iterate through our second linked list and we will check if we have this element in our hash set. If we have this element, we will return our um, that element, and if we don't have, then of course we will be returning none. So yeah, that would be about hash set. Our second would be two pointer. So we will take two pointers, 1 and 2. So 1 will be pointing to our head of first linked list and 2 would be pointing to our head of second linked list. So how the process would be that we will be iterating through the linked list till we reach none. Like we will be iterating our 1 and 2 till we reach none, and as soon as we reach none, we will be assigning it to the head of the other linked list. Like if 1 is reaching none, then 1 would be assigned the head of this linked list. If 2 is reaching none, then 2 would be assigned the head of this linked list. And then at the point that they will meet, so that is the element that we will return. So what will happen is we have got a, like in the first iteration we have got 1 and 2 here. So in the next our 1 will come here, our 2 will come here. In the next our 1 will come here, our 2 will come here. In the next iteration our 1 will come here, our 2 will come here. In the next iteration 1 will come here, 2 will come here. Now in this iteration our 1 will go to none. So as soon as it is none, we will be assigning 1 to our B1. So here we will be assigning 1. At the same time our 2 will reach here. So let's see it here. Now let's make A1, A2, C1, C2, C3, and here will be B1, B2, B3. Yeah, so now our 1 is here, our 2 is here. So in the next iteration what will happen? Our 2 will go to none. So as soon as our 2 is none, our 2 will be assigned here. Our 1 will go here. Then what will happen? Our 2 will come here, our 1 will go here. Our 2 will come here, our 1 will go here. So this is the point where they both will meet and then we can return this point. So this is how we do it with the help of two pointers. We will see how we write the code. We will jump into Leetcode and see that. Before that, let us discuss how to do it with the help of stack. So while we do it with the help of stack, what we will do is we will take two stacks for two linked lists. Like this one should be stack A, let it be stack B, and then be just uh, we will just be appending our elements to the stack. For example, here we will be appending A1, A2, then we have got this one is C1, C2, C3, and in here we have got B1, B2, B3, then we have got C1, C2, C3. So what we will do is, as we know the last elements would be common, so we will be popping out these ones. So with each iteration, we would be popping out each of the element and we will be checking if that particular element, like if this element is equal to this element. And the point where it won't be equal, at the point where it won't be equal, we will be returning the element from the previous iteration. Like we will be popping out the elements and the point where they won't be equal. Like of course these will be equal. So at the point where they won't be equal, we will be popping out that element. So in this next iteration, you can see, of course, A2 won't be equal to B3. So the point where they won't be equal, we will be returning the previous item. So yeah, that is the logic we will be using for stack. So yeah, let's head over to Leetcode and see how we code all these three logics. For the hash set approach, first we will create our hash set. Then what we will do is we will so we have got a pointer. Now we will be iterating through our cur. What we will do is we will add our cur, like the first linked list elements, to our hash set, and we will do this till the end of our first list. Then what we will do is we will assign our head b2 current. We will check through the whole current, and here we will check if we have got our current node value in our first set, that is our hash set. If we have, we will be returning cur, else we will do, of course, cur equals to cur dot next. Then in the end we will be returning none if we don't get a valid like we don't get a valid intersection point. So yeah, let's run this to check if there are any errors, and let's submit it. Yeah, so that is it, and we will check our two pointers. We will take two pointers, that is 1 and 2. Then we will check while 1 is not equal to 2, not equal to 2, what we will do is 1 will be equals to head B if we have got 1 as none, like 1 reaches the end, else we will do 1 dot next. Now for the second pointer, our 2 will be head of A if 2 reaches the end, else we will do 2 dot next. Then in the end we can return either 1 or 2, like we can return 1 here or 2 here. So let's run this and submit it. Yeah, so that is how we will be doing our two pointer solution. Let's move on to check our stack. We will be creating two stacks, A and B. After that, we would be iterating through head A and head B. So if we have got head A, we will be appending to our stack A that head A element, and then would be linking it to the next one. So till it ends, we will be having all of the elements in our stack A. So if we have got head B, we would do the same thing. We would append them in stack B. And we will be iterating through our linked list. After that, what we will do is we will keep a value, we will keep a variable called as previous, where and we will be returning this previous. So what would this previous would be? That whatever we have appended in our both stacks, they would be the same till we reach our element where they are intersected. So we would be popping out one by one elements. Like, let me write the code and we would understand it better. While we have got stack A and stack B, so what we will do is our node A will be stack A dot pop, and our node B would be stack B dot pop. So now we will keep a check if our node A is not equals to our node B. So at this point, like A2 and B3, our node A will not be equal to node B, while we would be popping out all these three elements C1, C2, C3 would be the same. So at the point when our node A, that is A2, and node B, that is B3, will not be equal, we would be returning our previous element, or we would just be keeping node A in previous. So let's run this and see if it works. So I have named stack B here. So let's run this again. Yeah, so that is how we do our intersection of two linked list using three approaches. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.